Okay, so we're going to do a quick follow-up, hopefully quick, on the PowerBook 3400C. Reason being is that I was left a YouTube comment by Crank Chamber, who had mentioned that the reason why it's taking so long to boot up is it could be a possible RAM issue. I'm really hoping that if it's a RAM issue, that it's the expansion card, not the onboard RAM, because these motherboards are almost impossible to find in working order. And the RAM cards are also rare too, but if I, can't find a RAM card, I don't care. I can use it without it. 16 megs of RAM is more than enough to do some basic functions like creating floppy disks and things like that. So what I'm gonna do is open it up real quick and yank the RAM card out and see how long the boot up process takes. So we'll get that going in a little bit. Okay, so if you remember from the last PowerBook video, there's just these 3 screws to remove here. They're T8s. And once they're removed, we can get in. We should be able to remove the keyboard. And then once we remove the keyboard, it's just as simple as popping that RAM module out, and that's it. Another thing you should do is probably remove the battery. Just in case. We won't reassemble everything necessarily just yet. All I'm going to do is just plug it in and we'll fire it up and we'll see exactly how long it takes to start up. Still kind of a fast bong. And got to screen much sooner, that's for sure. So it could just be a bad expansion RAM module, which, again, not a big deal because it will work with just 16 megs, although I'll probably have to turn virtual memory back on, which is not good for the compact flash card, but so be it. I don't necessarily see anything wrong with expansion card. I don't see anything burnt out. None of the capacitors seem to be leaking. Resistors seem to be okay. So there is one section labeled C51 where it looks like there's some sort of component there that standing vertical. It looks like a surface mount capacitor, but it's, I don't know if this will, I can show it on here or not. Like it just looks strange. Now, I'm not an electrical engineer, so it could be a specific type of capacitor that only needs to be soldered onto one point. I'm not sure, but it just looks strange considering every other capacitor out there is. So I'm trying to see if I can get the overhead camera to focus properly on this, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. I'll try to include some stills if I can. But yeah, everything else looks fine. Now I could probably do some basic diagnostics on it, continuity tests, things like that. I won't necessarily be able to test the capacitors. I mean, I probably could. While they're still soldered on, I might not get completely accurate readings, but they shouldn't be too far off the mark. They're really, I mean, I could probably test the RAM too, to an extent. Again, just continuity. I can't test it while it's actually slotted in because of the fact that it goes in upside down. So I apologize, the camera keeps losing its focus. So yeah, so definitely an issue, although I also see, I don't know, maybe some of you caught it earlier too, you look here at C54, there's no capacitor there, and maybe there shouldn't be, but it looks like one of the pads are kind of broken. So it's possible that maybe there was a capacitor on there and I knocked it loose. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm not exactly the most gentle person. I don't have the best finesse. It's also possible that it was knocked loose during shipping by the previous owner or owners. It's tough to say. If I can find what capacitor it would need, I can try soldering one back on and see if it fixes the issue or not. Odd thing though is that the Mac itself would see all of the RAM, so there's something wrong with the RAM, but it still recognized all of it. Now that's possible. It's just going to recognize all of it. It could be something, this could be some sort of firmware on this TechWorks RAM module. It's tough to say, but so I just wanted to do this little follow-up and confirm that it isn't more than likely the expansion module. It is not the onboard RAM, fortunately. So I'll play around with the module, see if I can do anything with it, and if I can, I'll do a follow-up. If not, then I'll just see if I can try to find another RAM module. Again, I don't need 128 megs of RAM plus the onboard 16. I can get by with 64 even, or 32, whatever is available out there. So I'm going to take a look and see. But that'll be it for today. If you like today's video, hit the thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't yet. Leave a comment below if you have any suggestions or tips. And if you didn't like the video, hit the thumbs down. But please leave a comment below as to why, so I can use that to help make improvements going forward. Thanks all, and I'll catch you later.